Boo, how you doing? Hey there, dad of a girl, or dad of for a girl. How you doing? Me, I'm a little sore. I've done about 600 and some odd miles today. And yesterday we had a little incident occur here. You guys have probably heard about it. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely made the news. That's good. We ended up going near the area, and yeah, it was kind of not good to kind of go by it, but that's where my deliveries took me today. I gotta grab a chocolate milk real quick. I don't have any chocolate milk for my medicine. But yesterday there was a shooting that occurred. Some kids lost their lives, which was uncalled for. And give me 1 minute here. Let me do this. Be right back. Like I said, I gotta go get me some chocolate milk. Without my chocolate milk, damn it. But give me 1 minute. Yeah, I'll explain more here in a second. we got. So, howdy. Sorry, I'm just getting back. Oh, that one was rough. But I am back. Alright, who have I missed? A few people. Alright. Hey there, Christopher. How you doing? Hey, Wolf. Hey there, Leg. How you doing? Oh. It's definitely nighttime here, but just about midnight. But as I was going to say before I stopped to get some chocolate milk here, yeah, sinuses after a bit start to act up on me. So I'll start coughing and having like a stuffy nose here and there. It's the fun part about living here in my state, like the pollen just hits. Um, so yeah, we deal with that quite a bit. So as you hear me cough, there goes the chocolate milk. Oh, now the came. Oh, well, we'll deal with it. But anyways, as I was going, it involved kids, a family, and the guy basically kind of went nuts. Apparently, I don't know the whole ordeal, but like things have been seen as been more political on it, especially for the killing, the unaliving of of people, which does not does not fly either way. You take a life, you know, you deserve to go to hell. You know, it's in all the Bibles. And the person went through and committed acts yesterday to, from what I've been hearing, I've heard multiple stories. One being it was his wife and kids, and then found out that it wasn't. It was his sister, her husband, and their kids, I guess. Is the other story I've heard. He even did that to his mom and then did it to himself. One person that was alive yet was transported to the hospital. They were in critical condition, and they were a child. And for something like that to happen is rough, especially when I started hearing the calls. I heard the calls start at 11:30 in the morning because I was still at my house. I've got a radio. I'm normally on stuff there I'm aware of, and this person committed acts that is just not not right. Now, I've been seeing people say, "Well, that's what you get from a person that is on the right side," saying that it's a Republican and that that because our state that I live in is a red state. No, our state is not a red state. Our state's a blue state. If you look at the governor's seat, you know, our state went blue. But all the comments have been bashing on the one relative that's been talking and a family member and saying, well, that's what you get for voting this way when nothing in politics involved that. Plain and simple, politics shouldn't be your go to thing to go through and be rude to someone, especially when they lost their family members. Plain and simple, you know, the way I'm seeing all the things pop up, even in news articles, like I read the articles and people are, in the forums writing, oh yeah, it was MAGA and all this. And it's like, this is what you're spreading. You're spreading this to make it politically about a certain side. You know, it was neither Democrat or Republican. Plain and simple. But yet, the way I've seen it, and it's all been from that side, the other side, saying it's the right side's fault, that that person looks like a right winger, and all this is just no. You should have compassion. You're a human fucking being. You should show compassion for the family members that have lost their loved ones. It is ridiculous. And like me seeing that nonstop, every forum has been just that. They don't know the person. All they're doing, and they're not even from here, they're not. Some are even from Vietnam and all that. Coming looks like, a MAGA and all that. And it's like, and I've read the comments from the family members saying that they've talked to the CPS, they've talked to the judge, they've talked to the cops. They refuse to do anything about it. The person was convicted over violent stuff. By rights, he wasn't supposed to have a weapon. They allowed him to get a weapon. Where you're supposed to look, take a look at the person that allowed him to have the weapon. The judge, prosecutor. You know, it, now, yeah, a criminal, no matter what, will get a gun, no matter what. Doesn't matter. You can do all the gun laws you want, okay? These gun laws affect the legal ones that are trying to protect their their loved ones. You know, and it's just getting ridiculous seeing all of it. It's like one of the candidates went through, well, we need stricter gun laws on people because of this. This wouldn't have happened if we got rid of the guns. It's like, you get rid of the guns, guns are still going to end up in criminals' hands no matter what. And that's the thing, is like, they don't think about it. I could give facts of how our crime rates are. Now, if you looked at the national average, you notice it's real high. Most of that crime that occurs is actually from Chicago, from Illinois. I've been down there. I know for a fact of it because every day, drive-by shootings. Didn't stop them. They passed more gun laws. Didn't stop the criminals because they get the guns. It never stopped. And that's the thing. It's like they keep doing this and they're saying, oh, this would have helped. No. And like, yeah, I got vent a little bit because this was close. This was close to home. Literally. This was about 20 miles from me. This happened. And, there's only one survivor so far. Out of the 7 people shot, 6 people were unalive because the guy literally was going through, from what, like, I've heard everything from, he's going through a divorce, which was true. He did go through a divorce. He was going through a divorce. Exactly. And he was a violent person. His wife went through and was divorcing him because of this. Because the he he had more than one thing on him. And one involved a child. And it when this happened yesterday, I heard it. You guys know, you hear my radio whenever that thing goes off. Hey, Unicorn, and it's never the weapon. You are correct. And it's like I've always said, even, you know, whenever I point it out, I get marked as, well, I'm a racist, I'm this, I'm that, all because I can point out the facts. I point out the facts, people go at me, which, that's all good and well. I'm used to being targeted, you know. That was one of the things that I had to deal with before. But for what happened yesterday, the courts should have done their job. So should have CPS and the other places. Because the family was begging for stuff to be done. Nothing was done. Yesterday happened. Well, now, day before yesterday, Friday. And when it happened, I was here. I heard the call. I heard there was a shooting. over the radio, and I didn't catch the location. It was literally, I'm facing north right now. It was literally that way by about 20 miles off to my southeast. That's how close it was. People will always blame the gun. They do not blame the person. It's always been that way, and it's ridiculous. This is something that I needed to get off my chest because, you know, the person, because I just got home, I just parked. But if you look at it from a logical standpoint, the whole ordeal could have been avoided. They could have done something to stop this from happening. Law enforcement, this, it's a poppy. It's for veterans. It's on my left. This is my right. But because of, see if I turn down the air, should stop moving. Yeah. Yeah, from where you guys are, it's your right. My right is this side. But yeah, with what happened yesterday, I just needed to kind of vent a little bit because it it was close to home and it shouldn't have happened. That that's why I said we need to talk. For the video here, and you know when people are saying that this person was from this one side and they're making it all about politics. They're not making it about mental health. They're not making it about, the issue at hand. They're just making it all about politics. And when I watched a family member in that forum typing, going through and literally saying, this was their family, their loved ones are not coming home anymore. And the person, well, that's what you get for being in a red state. And it's like, really, you're still making it about politics. You're not thinking of the loss of a loved one. You're not taking into consideration the person's feelings right now that has lost their family members. You're just wanting to make a point saying, if it was this, it would have never happened. If it was this, you know, you guys support all this, it deserved to happen. No, it did not deserve to happen. You know, and it bugs me because these people have no remorse over what happened. And it's like I want to literally, I can't, but I want to, because these people don't care at all, except for, sorry, but it's just It's not right. We as people should show compassion and remorse. And what I'm seeing on these forums is none of that. You know, there's a few here and there, but they're being overrun with people still posting and saying all the things that they've said was just, it was not right. And me, as a person, that hurts. You show remorse, you show sorrow, you show, you know, that there's people out there that care about what happened. You get targeted because you're showing another human being that you are human. And because you're doing that, sending condolences or trying to say sorry for your loss, all of a sudden, well, serves them right. It shouldn't have happened, yeah, but if it was like this, it would have never happened. It's like people need to literally stop making it about politics. Plain and simple. It's not about the gun. It's not about politics. The person was mentally unstable, shouldn't have had a weapon. Gun control didn't stop it because gun control was allowed by the judge. Nah, I'm not hunting. Just kind of ranting and getting it off my chest about what happened. And seeing all the comments that occurred during that just kind of hurt is basically what I'm saying, because there was loss of life. 6 lives is still too many lives. Downside is, judge allowed the person to be able to have a weapon. They were a violent person. By law, they were not supposed to have a weapon. That is what is stated in the laws that we have to follow. If you get convicted of a violent crime or anything like that, you're not allowed to have a weapon. The judge can overturn it, yes. They're the ones that get to make the decision, yes. Judge allowed. Let that sit for a second. Think about it. So, when this happened, people going, doing all the things that they can was to create division. Hey, peanut butter. And it bugged me because persons pleaded with the court the judge, CPS, CPS Child Protective Service, the police, and nothing was done. For that to happen, yeah, exactly. By rights, the judge should be disbarred, but it's hard. And literally, when you have people going through and just running it as a political thing is just absurd too, because like all the comments in the forum, I felt bad for that woman because she lost her family members for people to say what they said was wrong. Should have been a sorry for your loss, is there something that we can do to help, so on and so forth, and maybe listen to the person, because they literally went through and explained. They talked with CPS. They literally argued with the judge. They argued with the cops, saying that he shouldn't be allowed to have a weapon. That they felt the family was unsafe around him. This was all in the thing. And it is ridiculous that they allowed this. It's ridiculous that 7 people were, shot. 6 people are gone because of this. And they could have stopped this. They didn't. So it hits, and just seeing all of it going through and being used in a political way, especially someone that is using it, looked like it was such and such, and they're all red supporters and all this, that whole, it's like, you don't even know Waveid. Yeah, exactly. You don't know if he was Republican, Democrat, or anything, but all they keep saying is he looks like one of those mega maniacs. It's like, I had a delivery today. I had to go down, it was over Everett. Democrat. Going and saying, the world's gonna end. We're heading down that road. It's all because of the fires, and it's all Trump's fault. And it's like, she's like, this person literally, my wires got let in, and it's Trump's fault. How to explain lead being in the water and not being like, I remain neutral. I look at both, and yeah, I've been targeted because of it, because I go and lean where I feel we're going to have a better chance. You know, the better of two evils, let's say. So, because of my view, I'm trying to explain to her, like, where I live, mayor's Democrat, has been for a few years. They replaced our water lines. We have lead in our water. I can't drink the water. No matter what. I take a shower, I break out in blotches. It hurts when I take a shower. That's the lead. Anytime I drink the water, I would cough up blood. That's not normal. So I've not drank the water for years. I I refuse. And yeah. And then they're like, well, our gas is higher. It's all his fault. Then I turn around and explain to her, Whitmore, that's our governor, raised fuel taxes. Fuel taxes going up raises gas prices. That's how it works. You raise one thing, it goes and raises the other. Fuel tax goes up. Trucks that deliver the fuel have to pay a higher tax now to bring that fuel and drop it off. That fuel costs more now. That money goes to the gas station. Gas station has to pay that. Then the gas station has to turn around to make their money. They have to raise the gas prices. In doing so, we end up paying the higher bill. All of it stacks up. And the way Whitmore ran her campaign, I'm going to raise the fuel tax. I'm going to raise the state tax. She was literally saying that. Because we need to fix our damn roads. Our roads are still not fixed right. We got roads having sinkholes in them. And we're in a deficit with her. I'm not liking that. Deficit means we're in a negative balance for our state. It was like $400 million or something like that, or $200 million. We're in a deficit that far. Or was it 60 mil? I know it was going, it was getting further. And it was one of them because they said that it's trending still negative when I last looked. And and people are like, that's a lie. Not when you're getting the info direct. It's sad when your governor can go over to Paris, spend, it was like 400 and some odd $1 million, go to a 5-star Michelin restaurant over in Paris, and get VIP treatment going to a concert for you know who, for the tour that they were doing, and had VIP passes, which was over 100 and some odd. It was what, like, for the concert, if I remember correctly, was like $100 million. And it's like, no. that's bullshit. It's money being used on the taxpayers. And it's our state money being used. Not right. It's just everything happening has to be it it has to be stopped. We have to go through and literally stop the violence. Violence doesn't solve anything. I've I don't like violence. I never liked being a violent type, only when I had to. And still, I don't. It, it literally bugs me. Now, when I have to, I will. But I don't like it. And, it's to have it happen close to home and then just like I don't know how many of you've ever seen Charlie Kirk or anything like that. And he was a Christian. I'll say it. He was a Christian. He believed in his faith. He believed in God and everything. People kept saying that he was a racist and all this and that he deserved what he got. All because he had a different churchnator. All because he had a different opinion and what he believed in, someone didn't agree and did what they did to him. I seen it live, and that messed with me. Because someone out talking with the people. He wasn't violent, didn't hate anyone, didn't use violence towards people, literally gave them a voice and said, if you're right, I'll listen, Prove me wrong. Show me the facts. Right from the beginning. He was that way even. Facts matter. Is basically what his way of trying to help allow the people to see, if you have the facts, then it's true. If you don't have the facts, then hey, old Thady, how you doing? But it's getting damn. That person has the belt tire logo on the side of their car. That was interesting. I'm sitting in my driveway. But yeah, you guys that have known me for a while have known I'm not the one that, likes violence. My live stream has broken community guidelines. Account is now under investigation. Don't know. That was weird. End live now to avoid permanent ban. What'd I do that? Huh. Has to be a bot. I can give out. Yeah. I can give out personal details. Just sitting here talking. Yeah. It might end up going to Discord. Only 4 subscribers, though, joined 4 months ago. It's called being a little zealous of a bigger YouTube career. What's up, zombie? You went to visit me, huh? That'd be a long trip. It's just like my birthday now is tomorrow. Uh, you agreed, huh? Oh, 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 600 miles a day is rough on the body. Though I'm getting 29.7 miles to the gallon whenever I drive now. It was awesome. Yeah. I I gave books, just donate 50. I have a Tempur-Pedic. I don't know. It's probably a buy attack trying to go and attack. Oh, Wolf deleted it already. There was a comment. They misspelt their name. Oh, my Tempur-Pedic. My Tempur-Pedic is in my room. Ouch. That's where I have my projector. My projector's what I get to watch. Yeah. I'd probably go driving. That'd be my luck. But yeah, it's like, ouch. I got heated seats. I don't think you'd be able to drive as many miles as I do in a day. I've probably driven enough miles. What the really? Bots have nothing better to do than go after me, huh? I've probably driven enough miles in a week to be near like California and back. I don't even know who that is, so. Though if for what happened on Friday, if they put up a thing for it, if I use PC, I can track. That's the thing is like I have tools on the PC that allow me to see where the bots are, who paid for the bots, and I can literally track it all the way back normally. So, yeah. Yeah, see, if it was YouTube for real, it they wouldn't be able to be timed out or anything. Yeah, I think we may have hit a nerve on some of them. Especially when it went through and was the only reason I know some of the stuff is because of what I used to do, you know. I use it to mess with the scammers. I can get you one that's close. It involves a link. That's all it takes. So you know how the links pop up on my screen normally when I'm live for you guys? So I can make a link just like that. You'd click it. Even if you have a VPN, I could find you. That's how the links I have work. You could use a VPN, you could use whatever I'd find you. Because, yeah, your VPN just covers your internet IP address, but it does not stop a few other things like your GPS and all that. That's stuff that is normally used. Federal government uses. You call the cops, your GPS goes off. That's basically the same way. You call 911, your GPS goes through and activates. GPS sends signal to the police department. Police department sees where you're at. Police department sends the first responders to where you are. That's how it works for dispatch. Scammers, they try to do the link stuff to get your data, your passwords, your credit card data, all that stuff. Nope. I always mess with the scammers. I love doing that. When my mom was around, anytime they were messing with my mom, I'd have my mom hand me the phone. They hated me. I could speak some of their languages. Oh boy. Especially on Thanksgiving. My little keyboard, my little four clicker. Still soothing. Especially at I still enjoy that. You're okay. You know, it's like I've always said, channel's like a family. You ever need to talk or anything like that, it's easy to come in and talk, just like me, and I had to get all that off my chest because of the whole ordeal. And yeah, it's just, it's been a rough couple of days, with what happened, and it shouldn't have happened. So, and it's sad when you have a delivery going over that way too, which I did. I had a delivery that had to go over near where the ordeal happened. I had to detour 5 miles just to get around it to the location and deliver. And then from there, it made me a half an hour late for every other delivery I had from there on. For the 15 other deliveries I had to drop off, I was running a half an hour behind. I didn't get done delivering for that run till like 7 o'clock in the evening. And then when I got back, I took another job, another delivery. Ended up running. That one went to. Where was that one taking me? That my last run was last night. Took me to Traverse City. Nice Jeep. So yeah, it was you know interesting night. Drove up there, did deliveries up there, came back about 11:30 last night. I came back, well, yesterday, day before yesterday now. Did that, came home. And yeah, just went through and did. I got home, I took pain meds, called in, I went to bed. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go to bed. It's already 1 o'clock. So you guys get some rest. Thanks for listening to me for a little bit. I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Hopefully you guys stay safe. As always, remember, be kind to one another. You guys are always appreciated. Even the ones that are trying to fuck with me, yeah, sorry. Nope. Ain't Monday yet. Thank you, though, Karen, for the happy birthday. And yeah, I'm wondering if those people are going to try and mess with the cops or anything, say something about my area now. I mean, I can wait outside for it'd be like, why are you outside? Because someone just tried to swat me. I already know. uh, that'd be hilarious. You know, it wouldn't be hilarious for the cops, but like, if someone's going to go through all that trouble because they don't like what I say or how my channel is, well, guess what? It don't bother me. You didn't have to be on this channel. You came here. All the star stuff and eat noob. But that's happening a lot now, also, which is ridiculous. It wastes the resources for the cops, costs taxpayers money, and they literally go through and are literally saying, stuff to try to get you shot, you know, to the SWAT, you know. So, yeah, it's just not a good thing going on because you get those people that just want to cause harm or cause stress for the cops because they start by saying that and causes chaos, which, is never a fun thing to do. And it's ridiculous that they literally do that to the police officers because it it's literally taken them off of other things that's going on because all of a sudden here's a call for SWAT over at a undisclosed address saying, that the person's got a weapon, they've done all this, they're going to go and do more harm to people. Yeah, no. That's just ridiculous because people have died from it. So, and some of the people that have actually been doing the swatting now have been getting caught and prosecuted for it because it's filing a false police report, which causes taxpayer money to be wasted. And yeah, people around the area are going through and having that happen to them now. And except for the ones that are overseas yet, but it will happen soon. The FBI indicted the people doing that extortion thing to minors. One was here. Minor went through and did the unthinkable because they kept harassing him for money, and yeah, they found him over there in Nigeria, took him, brought him here into the U.S. and prosecuted him. They're sitting in prison, which is a good thing, because it's showing that we're not joking anymore. You do that, you gotta pay the consequences. Cost a little bit more money to get you over here, but you're here. And that means our laws apply to you. But anyways, be safe, you guys. Be kind to one another. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night wherever you guys are and whenever you guys are watching this. And I will see you guys in the next one.